10 minuti in anteprima mondiale del film. Vi presento i nostri ospiti che entrano un po' alla volta. Intanto vi ricordo che questo è il secondo grande evento dedicato al pubblico dei più giovani. È realizzato in collaborazione tra Anteprima e Alice nella città. Vi presento subito i nostri ospiti. Da sinistra la protagonista Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson e la regista Catherine Harvey. Immagino che le domande saranno numerosissime, quindi partirei subito da voi. Ce n'è una qui, prego.
Buonasera, Jacopo Pistacchi, Int'l International. Volevo sapere da Robert Pattinson, ho saputo che la regista prima aveva fatto cadere la sua scelta per il tuo personaggio su un altro ragazzo, quindi volevo sapere poi come hai convinto. Non è vero?
Not true.
Ecco, allora smettiamo questa cosa, però volevo sapere, tra 5.000 ragazzi che si sono presentati al provino, come tu hai convinto Catherine a darti la parte, mentre dalla regista volevo sapere, tu sei passata da un genere completamente diverso, perché comunque hai diretto film come 13, quindi com'è passare da un genere all'altro completamente, perché Twilight è un film di fantasy, insomma, ecco.
Should I go first? I don't know how I talked to her. I think I may have played it differently. Oh, close. I think I may have just played the opposite of how the character is written. I think that's what I was trying to do. So maybe that made me stand apart, but I'm not entirely sure. I think Catherine will be able to answer it better than I will.
We had an audition with Kristen and Rob together at my house, and the point of the audition was to find out if there was any chemistry between the two of them, and we found out. Good chemistry. Impeccably good chemists.
C'è una domanda lì? Microfono, per favore. Lì. No, c'è bisogno per la traduzione. Arriva.
Smash, io ho una domanda per ognuno, per tutti e tre. Alla regista volevo chiedere se è stato difficile trarre il film dal libro, e invece a Pattinson se Edward cambia molto umore molto spesso, se è stato difficile interpretarlo, e invece a Stewart se come descrive il suo personaggio di Bella.
Yes, it was difficult because the book is almost 500 pages, and to condense the most juicy, delicious parts of the book, the scariest parts, into a movie, that was a good challenge. And then to make it more cinematic and more visual and more active than the book, that was our challenge.
About Edward's moodiness, I mean, I like, that was the thing which really attracted me about the character, that he hasn't felt anything for such a long time, and suddenly he meets this girl and he can feel everything again, but so intensely. I mean, if let alone not been in love, you haven't felt happiness or interest or anything for 80 years, and you suddenly feel it all at once, instantaneously, as soon as you meet someone. And that's kind of what I was basing the whole character on. So, and I guess it was quite hard, but I mean, I guess I'm a moody person.
Bella is who you experience the story through. She's the vessel. She's like, people are less obsessed with her than the rest of the characters because they feel like they are her. And she is very, in the beginning of the story, quite a very logical girl, and also sort of solitary and fine with being alone. She doesn't have very many friends, and she's not prone to fantasy. She's not one who is easily caught up in things that aren't real. She appreciates reality, and when she meets Edward, she's caught up in something so much larger than her, and literally the physiological need for him is more powerful than maybe what is between the ears, and she really trusts herself very much. She's very sure-footed. She's naive. She doesn't know about the world of vampires, and she doesn't care. She's willing to step into it because she needs it.
Una domanda lì?
Buongiorno, volevo chiedere alla regista, se non sbaglio Breaking Down è stato uno dei primi film realizzati su questo soggetto. Quanto è stata influenzata dai film su questo argomento realizzati prima? Quanto invece effetti speciali in questo film, vedo che ce ne sono moltissimi, quindi quanti ce ne sono e quanto hanno influenzato la storia? E ai ragazzi quanto è stato difficile per loro recitare sapendo che poi appunto con gli effetti speciali? Ecco, grazie.
Breaking Dawn is the name of the fourth book in the series. So Twilight is the first one in this series. So we're doing the initial project here, and we did have to show that Edward has powers beyond what a human has, that he can run faster and jump further and hit harder than any man. So we had to find a way. We used Chinese wire effects, basically with a beautiful Chinese second unit director, Andy Chang, and he helped us create some of the magical effects you see in the movie. So they had to go in harnesses and do stunts.
Yeah, I mean, I went into it not really knowing how much action really was going to be involved. I knew the vampires moved faster and they were stronger than humans, but in the book, I guess you don't really see too much action. It's all alluded to. It's all seen through the eyes of Bella, who doesn't really know what's going on, and obviously can't even see how fast they're moving because they're moving too fast. So I was always consistently surprised about how much action was actually involved. And it's hard as well. I mean, they did a lot of wire work, and it was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be, because I'm not exactly a stuntman.
Now you are.
I have fun doing stunts and doing action sequences, and the only hard part of them usually is that you don't get to see what you're actually looking at. You're either looking at like a green blob, or you're just flying through the in front of a green screen. And in this case, we had like 1 day of green screen. We didn't have the money to do a whole lot of special effects. So what they were, I mean, we really pulled them off. I was always really impressed to see what you see in the movie right in front of me. So that's what was really actually kind of cool about it. So it made easier as well.
Prego.
Io ho una domanda per la regista.